Okay, for this particular problem, we're going to start with making equations. So we've got that one month, 2 movies were rented. So I'm going to use M for movies. So we got 2 movies. And then 3 video games. So we're going to add 3 video games and use V for video games. And the total for that would be $19. We then have information for a second equation. So the next month, she rented 4 movies and 8 video games. And the cost of those 2 added together was $49. Now here you can solve this simultaneous equation using elimination or substitution. I'm going to go with elimination. So the reason I'm going to go with elimination is because you can either make the m's opposite and eliminate the m's and then solve for the v, or you can make the v's opposite and then eliminate the v's and solve for the m's. So I am going to make the m's opposite so that they cancel each other out and I'm only left with v's. So the way I'm going to do that is the opposite of 4m is negative 4m. And I see that I can make this a negative 4m by multiplying by negative 2. So if I just say negative 2 times 2m plus 3v equals, now remember if you have an equal sign, it's a balanced equation. So if you multiply by negative 2 on one side, you have to multiply by negative 2 on the other side. So by doing that, negative 2 times 2m, you get negative 4m. Negative 2 times 3v, you get negative 6v. Then you've got negative 2 times the 19, and you get negative 38. Okay, so now you can see we have negative 4m, which is the opposite of 4m. So we've essentially changed this equation to this new equation. So I'm going to put it together with my second equation, which is 4m plus 8b equals 49. So now I have these 2 simultaneous equations that I can put together. So if we have negative 4m plus 4m and we put those together, that's just 0. That's nothing. 0. And then we have negative 6v plus 8. So negative 6 and plus 8 is a positive 2v. And then we have negative 38 and 49. So that would give us positive 11. All right, so now we're just left with 2v equals 11. So the way I'm going to get rid of this times 2 is just divide by 2. And remember, if you do it to one side, you've got to do it to the other side. So our video games equal $5.50. There's your v. So to get that m value, you can pick whichever equation you like, whichever one fits you best. They're both solving for the same system, so whichever equation you like. I'm going to use the first equation just because it has smaller numbers. So 2m plus 3, instead of the v, I'm going to use the 550 because we know that v now equals 550. And that should equal 19. Okay, so 2m, 3 times 550 is 1650. And then we simply solve this equation. So how do we get m by itself? We gotta get rid of this plus 1650, so I'm gonna do minus 1650. If you do it to one side, you've got to do it to the other side. So that's going to leave me with 2m because those go to 0. And that's going to equal 250. Now, how do we get rid of a times 2? We divide by 2. Do it to one side, got to do it to the other side. So m equals $1.25. All right, if you want to verify those, you can simply put 550 in for v and 125 in for m. If you do it to the first equation, you should get 19. Do it for the second equation, you should get 49. If you need any help with anything else, please let me know.